You hitting rock yet?
Yeah, it's a couple floaters. Nothing crazy. About 12 inches. Let's move up the hill.
Okay. Is that tool pretty good about cutting through the roots?
Roots, yeah. Rock, no.
Oh, okay.
It'll tear up some. It'll tear through a root. It's just, they work colluvial. As you see, there's a couple of, like, as we walked up, someone's had a backdoor out here in the past. Maybe when they did this lot.
Uh-huh.
So what we might do is, the next step would be to, once we're done here, is to pull records from county, see what they have on the lot.
Okay.
And if someone's already done a lot of the work for us, and all it is updating the information,
Right.
that might be a big step forward. Because getting a piece of equipment is going to be rather difficult unless we get access to their property.
How deep do you try to go when you're doing this?
Deep as possible.
Yeah.
If I can get 6 feet, this auger's 6 foot long. If I can get to that 6 foot mark, that's the best stuff ever. But out here, 2-3 feet before rock, I'm on a good site. And that usually gets you a trench system.
Yeah. So at a minimum, we're looking for 2 to 3 feet get down.
Yeah, you want that somewhere around there to get some decent. There we go.
Be great if some black crude started coming up.
Or some gold chunks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Haven't seen it yet. I've been doing this for a while. Not yet. One day. I'll buy the lot.
Yeah.
Matt and everything.
How many do we got there about?
20.
Okay.
Over across. One more. These are spoil piles from backhoe pits. they don't heal as well on the mountainside. So you can see them after a long time. And you can see the rock in there.
Right.
There's some decent soil mixed in with it, but
so that's where somebody else that came in previously and dug?
yeah, probably when they were doing the other lots in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Someone brought their backhoe in and another consultant. And they got a big couple of pits here and there, see what they got. So if that data's at county, we'll find it.
Okay.
We'll pull that. Well, it's typical for the mountainside. I mean, sometimes you get pockets of deeper stuff, but you're about 12 inches to rock with a hand auger.
Okay.
Backhoe pits can go deeper because you can go down in deep.
Right.
So with the new regulations for State of Virginia they just came out with, really any sites would go. It's just a matter of engineering the problem away. So on this one, you have some depth soil here and it's pretty good. There's no water table. I mean, everything's just moving away. So it's not a Perc issue. It's just what can be designed. Right now with the soils that I've seen today, you're looking at probably like a drip system,
right,
or something like that, where you kind of weave it in and out of the trees. They're nice because you can keep the bigger ones. Like if you have a nice, big oak or something you want to keep, you can keep them, and you get that nice wooded, lot look. Keep that look. That's what I did on my lot out there in the Shenandoah, and that turned out really nice. So you can do that option, and that's pretty much what the soils is today. Is where you're looking at is like a nice drip system where you just kind of that can go anywhere on the lot as long as it fits square footage wise. So you have a free choice of where you want to put the house. If you want a better view, which you have excellent view here, you can drop her at the top, or if you're worried about the driveway length, put it down there. So it's a pump system under pressure. It's that tubing that goes in the ground,
right,
and then you just backfill over about a foot or so. So with this depth, like you get in a little deeper. So it'd be a nice setup. But there's something here. We'll do is research the records like we talked about.
Okay.
And we can write a report on that and say, probably get a 3 to 4 bedroom drip. If the records look better than that because they had the backhoe,
right,
we'll go from there off of what data we find.
So you still have an opportunity to do something if, even though you can't get more than 20 inches dug here on these.
About a year or two ago, it would have been a lot worse. You would have had a lot more hoops to jump through. Nowadays, with the new state regs,
right,
you open it up to a lot. So really, there's no lot unless it's like completely underwater.
Right. Yeah.
Like a swamp.
Yeah.
I can't do much with it. But as long as I have decent topography, which I have here, I got some nice broad slopes, as you can see. I mean, it's the only swales closest to the neighbor's house there, which we don't want to get near anyways. So, you have a decent layout for a system here, and you have some square footage.
Okay.
Now to complete the study, we'll need, of course, property lines marked, staked, so I know where I'm on the lot, because these lots are kind of thin, small.
Right.
So we get them staked. We'll go from there. And then that will give me my boundaries and make sure I'm on the lot. Not trucking around somewhere else. So.
All right. So the next step then is to get a site survey. Is that what you're?
No, your next step will be record research,
Okay.
and then I'll write a letter of an opinion, basically, of what we found out here and what your next steps would be.
Okay.
And let's walk over here real quick. I see something that spikes my interest. I see a stake. And I see a couple stakes. spoke too soon.
Oh, do you think we were on their property and not on?
No, I think this is a drain field site laid out right here going up. But I think we're on the other property. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they did this when they did it. We might still be on. I'll have to see. This has been surveyed in. You see a survey stake over there to your left.
Right.
So a lot of your work's been done already. I think I know the consultant big these are. But what we'll do is we'll take that information and update it. Bring it up to today's current standards. I mean, this is an old site. It just needs to be modified, brought up to current regulations, which, you know, saves you a lot of trouble. Saves, you know, if the data's good, saves you on cost of soil work. And it just goes to either A, recerting the property,
right,
or B, if this original cert's still good, just using the original cert.
Is it possible that you can also take a look at what the neighboring property, their system is?
Yeah.
And see if it's, so that way, since, I mean, there's geographically, there's really only a couple 100 feet difference between where we're standing now and where they're
You'd
at.
be surprised though on the change up. There can be change, but yeah, that usually what I'll do is when we do our record search, I'll do this lot, I'll do their house, I'll do their house.
Okay.
Because they're the closest, and I'll do the surrounding lots because I need to know sanitary survey anyways. I need to know where all the wells are for each house. Granted, that's public water now, but some of them might still have wells.
Okay.
You know, and just go from there. So, but yeah, I mean, we'll see if this site is on the lot. It looks like it's possible, but we saw that blue stake at the bottom, and I'm thinking it might be a little. Well, that broad swale kind of shows up.
Would there be any advantage to walking a little bit further to your right to see if there's any other indicators, stakes or
I see
anything?
the other stake already. You see that one over here. Here's the stake. So that one matches that one.
Okay.
And actually, it might be big.
So this is a pretty narrow lot then.
Yeah.
That up this far up the hill.
I'm not. That's why I'm not sure. For some reason, looking at this plat, I'm a little thrown off. Oh no, that's about right. Because their property line, all their stuff they have down there is right on against that property line, that swale. So, yeah. This is, if it's not over, but it might be right on. So. This looks like it's possibly on the property, or real close to it.
Would there be any advantage to making trying a hole here? Just if there's any different?
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, as I guess so before, let's say they use the piece of equipment, but
Oh, okay.
we'll definitely knock a hole in it. Here we go. If you see any more stakes, those iron stakes. Yeah, here's the number 5 pit. Right there. This one is an old site, older site.
This could be is that a stake right here? This one?
Yeah, it's a whole marker stake. Yeah, it's like a center stake. So yeah, we're in the field.
Okay.
Looking at the topo, the way it's laid out, it makes sense. Going downhill, you run out of square footage real quick. Swales out down there.
Okay.
As I talk in circles. So.
What would the system be for that you just described a few minutes ago, where it was down 20 inches or so?
Like a drip system?
Yeah.
Drips are in the ballpark of 25 to 30 on the high end. I mean, you're not going far. The house would be close by. It's not a big lot. The other alternatives, anything trench system is probably going to be in the 20s. And then conventionals are going to be like 15.
Right.
15 to 17,000, depending on the pump system, if need be. Now I can get some alternatives for almost under 20 if I can get gravity from the house. But like I said, I don't know if I have depth out here for that. but kidding though, the view is beautiful.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Only like 2 or 3 trees got to come out and you get a heck of a view.
What type of composite soil is that based on your quick
This stuff
assessment?
here?
Is that
This is pretty good. This is a loam, or light clay loam, sandy clay loam. I mean, it'll perk real well.
mhm.
It's good for building. It's not like a shrink swell or anything scary like that.
okay?
About 18 inches there. So 18 to 20.
Mhm.
It's kind of the same ballpark.
Okay.
Like I said, we'll pull. Let me do a record search on it. Pull the stuff, see what we got, and then of course all the information I find, I'll get you guys.
Okay.
And that'll really help you out, because it looks like, I mean, if this is on the lot, you've saved a bulk of time and bulk of trouble. I mean, to redo this thing from scratch. So definitely use that information. Definitely, you know, if need be, upgrade it or tweak it if need be. Not, I mean, if it's a solid perk on a solid lot,
Yeah.
you're ready to go. I mean, it's just a matter of, I can write you up something, you know, what system I think it would be.
Right.
If you guys want to put a house on there and say, hey, this is where I want the house, how much would the system cost?
Mhm.
I can guesstimate that for you.
Yeah. What we want to try to do right now is just identify whether or not it's possible that it's we can put some type of system on the lot.
Yeah.
If we can, obviously that changes the marketability of the property.
Yeah.
If we
Push-
can't, then it's
What's it listed now, or is?
we haven't listed it yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's at least a $20,000 difference between a piece of property that won't perk versus one that will.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I think you got some here. So let's do the record search first, and if need be, if for some reason this is like, say, the property lines, which I don't know, it seems like it's kind of a little farther over. So we got to find out if this is on that lot.
Mm-hmm.
And if it is, that's great. It very well possibly could. I mean, it's hard to see in the woods, and my angles could be off.
Yeah.
So, and there's no stake, so other than the drain field. Go with that. If it's on there, then you're great. You got a slam dunk. You might even already have a cert from previous. Go from there.
Okay.
And then, like I said, any lot perks nowadays, it's just a matter of how much time and effort and engineering you want to put into it. You can go the conventional route through the standard regs, or you can, you know, engineer the living heck out of it and,
Right.
and get a site. So, I mean, I've done both. I do the regular route, most common, but there have been trouble lots where we've had to take the extreme routes and engineer it and bypass the state code and all that stuff.
Okay.
Which you're allowed to do legally. It's just a matter of doing it.
Okay. All right, Chris. Well, thanks for coming out today.
No problem.